Hello, this is Larry again with Rapid Metal Buildings, and today we're going to use all the bays in an end wall for openings. So let's log in. And the first thing is you just go get a quote, but you have to be in advanced mode in order for the advanced options to show up. So how that works is you click on the setup box up here on the top, and you have simple and advanced mode, and you just make sure that you're clicked into advanced mode. So let's go ahead and we'll call this one Endwall and pop a zip code in, and then I think for our testing we'll just do the simple building. And let's go ahead and do it a real basic setup there. And this brings up the loads and codes, and I can't express how important this part is. And this is just the basics that we would have for that zip code. But in reality, I know that it's 30 pounds under 7,000 elevation and exposure C. And maybe check the collateral. But the bottom line is if you're interested in purchasing the building that you're designing, you absolutely have to confirm that these loads and codes are correct for this particular building site location. And I can't tell you that's incredibly important. That's why we have the you must do the agree and accept button, because your city council could get together tonight and decide that they want it different, and you'll end up with a building that you're going to have to modify and spend big money to figure out how to make it meet the loads and codes. So let's go next. And this snap layout is just simply if you take into account the snow load and the wind load, this is what we think the best. But you could, if you're in advanced mode, you could change it. Like let's say if you want 4 bays, then you can just do 4 bays, or you want whatever. But let's go with the end wall here. And what we want to what my goal is to fill up all the openings in the end wall. Well, our system limits you to make sure that you have 1 bay open for brace X bracing, unless you change it to a different type of bracing. So let's go and change it to a different kind of bracing. So you have the typical rod and cable, and then you have cable to frame and rod to frame. And this simply means that you would move the bracing on that wall, on an end wall, up into the roof to use the adjoining frame to brace off of. Or you could do fully loaded or half loaded expandable end wall frames. Or actually fully loaded is expandable. And what that means is that you could actually take the end wall off and just continue building. And that frame would in effect be a typical frame that would be between bays. And a half loaded frame is pretty much used just for bracing. So let's go ahead and do cable to frame, and I'll show you how that looks like on the 3D. But the beauty of that is once you go cable to frame, then let's go ahead and pop in some openings and fill all the bays up with openings, and it will allow you to do that. And our system knows that if you don't have another kind of bracing, it just won't allow it. So that's the end wall, fill the openings in the end wall. So, and then in advanced design options, this only comes up in advanced mode. So if you want a whole bunch of options, or you want base spacing or different kind of bracing, you have to be in advanced mode. So let's grind the building, and this will take about a minute or so, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. And when this button here turns green, the system is done engineering your building. And it just seems to take a long time, so you just need to be patient. So let's go ahead and go continue. And then it gives you a bunch of options. So let's throw in a door. We'll throw in a gutter. We'll throw in a little bit of insulation. And we'll go colored roof. And right here is the amount of the colored roof if you choose to do that. Let's go sagebrush. And we'll go next. And this will go to the quote form. And here's the quote form, which you simply print out. and I can't express to you enough to make sure that these are the loads and codes for this particular design, and if so, your price is good to go. And this is the building only price with 2 sets of stamp plans delivered to that zip code. And then this is the accumulation of the accessories that I clicked on, and the total price and then deposit. But going to the 3D down here, see this bracing here in the corners right here and right here is the cable to frame bracing. So basically we moved it up into the roof and braced off of this bay here. But it opened up this bay for all the openings. So the next step is the drawings, which I'll click on, but as they're being made, there'll be all the JPEG drawings, or the simple colorful ones, and then below that will be the plan quality PDFs, and I'll show you how that works here when it's done here in a second. There you go. You'd create PDFs, and then it would make all the same drawings in quality black and white PDFs that you could simply just print out. You could print out any of these, but the PDFs are just cleaner. So thanks for listening. This is Larry with Rapid Set Metal Buildings, and see you next time.